In 2020, four friends decided to listen to every one of the greatest 500 albums as decided by Rolling Stone magazine.
That bid put an end to these super long intros.
This resulted in a text chain. You're making it very hard for me to edit. This resulted in a text chain that celebrated the music, excoriated the order, and led us to making this podcast. We are far from experts. We promise to do almost no research. Okay, just let everybody know. I just edited that to be kidding, but you are missing a bit about how my kid can't read very well and a bit about Russell's husband. Okay, so that's the bits that got cut, just to let you know.
You
we
can
are
play
far
taps
from
for
experts.
those?
We promise to do almost no research. All opinions are our own, unless you disagree. Please sit back and enjoy. Beck did it better. Imagine all the funny jokes we could do from those bits and then slice it by like 75%. That's what you're missed out on.
Do you think Do you think my husband would be critical of me sorting and throwing away bad baseball cards and alphabetizing all the other baseball cards?
No, your husband would be all about it.
Well, I need to be introduced to him then.
Yeah. If he doesn't want you at your baseball cards, he doesn't deserve you at your Metallica album list. We are all the way down. The album 71 again.
71?
Now, guys, what album did this replace?
Exodus.
Oh.
But Exodus moved up, right?
Russell.
Exodus. Yeah, Legends came off at 47 or whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
so Russell, we don't need to see what
moved up to that.
we don't need to see what we would miss if we had to delete the Exodus bit. Because I gotta say,
I had that email fired up. Now I gotta go to the gym.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta
I
say,
gotta go to Legends. Yeah,
the bits about our best bit tend to be pretty good. Like when we're just bringing up our best bits, it actually makes for a pretty good show.
Just cannibalizing our own stuff. We don't need to make new
Rob.
stuff. We're like Hollywood.
I'll get it ready if we have another terrible voicemail that you need to delete, like the last few weeks when you've been deleting all those voicemails.
No, Magic Mike 69. The fact that the bartender
Save
came around
us.
and hugged his date, and he was like, "I know exactly who to tell this information to." And he was right. We're all the way down to album 71 again. 2022, we have a new entrant on the top 500 albums as decided by Rolling Stone magazine. It's one of the first albums that is younger than this podcast.
Oh,
Hopefully.
wow.
Hopefully, we can help this little album get a little bit of press. It's Renaissance by Beyonce. Guys, you know what? Why mess around? Let's just get right into, let's turn on the radio.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to K-Rob, K-R-O-B. Sometimes I just want candy. Oh, yeah.
I'm at the grocery store, and I see all that candy up in the front. They have that big Reese's cup. Hey, how about a Crunch Bar to pick me up? Peanut butter Snickers. How about some Twizzlers?
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll eat a Score bar.
me sit on
Even
top
some
of
Rugs
you.
will do. I want a big box of Junior Mints. Wash it down with lemon heads. I'll take a Baby Ruth. Ooh, my sweet tooth. I take 5. A couple of Twix would be perfect for tonight. Candy tonight. Eating a Cadbury egg in just one bite.
Oh, I've never done
I'll
that.
take candy bars, 3 Musketeers or Mars. I'll have a Milky Way, settle for a payday. I'll take a candy bar by Dove. I'll eat it before I even get to my car. Yes.
When you want to hear about the greatest albums of all time.
I think the nastiest things they do at the grocery store
But you're just
is, you know, when you buy a candy bar and they say to you, "Hey, should we put this candy bar in the bag?" It's like, listen,
Right in my grubby little hand, right?
We're just, you know, and I know this candy bar ain't going home. It's not making it out to the car. Give me
Just
that candy
unwrap
bar.
it. Put it straight in my mouth.
Rob, the key to that too is to throw that wrapper away in the garbage can before you go in the house. Like
You
that
have
doesn't
to.
go in the indoor garbage can, or it doesn't stay in the. It's got to go in the garbage can in the garage.
Russell sounds so much like a married guy referring to the indoor garbage can. I listen.
Those condoms,
I was
pequeños, got to go
practicing-
somewhere.
Shit. I was practicing putting on those condoms, okay? That's why they were all in the garbage. Oh, by the way, can I just say this? My wonderful dog, who I now give shots to twice a day. My daughter had a Valentine's Day sleepover last night where 7 of her teenage friends came over. The dog immediately devoured 2 pads that were in the garbage and brought them out to the middle of the party.
Nah.
And then it ate them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a joy.
He's wild. He's wilding out.
I don't even know what to say.
I thought that stuff only happened in Edina.
Yeah, I was going to literally say, I reminded me of some guys in college that would probably try to do something like that. Listen, okay? This is Back to the Better. We are talking about Beyonce Renaissance, okay? And who better to talk about this album than 40-year-old white guys?
White dudes.
Although
Yes.
I have to say, when she did say tickled bitties, I was like, yes, finally, the music for me.
Our first album that uses the words tiggled bitties. We've been waiting for 4 years. We made it.
I thought I heard it once on Ray Charles' Sounds of Modern Country Music, but I'm not sure. Okay?
Did Sonic Youth say it? I can't recall.
I've got Matt in Minneapolis. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
Good, Rob. I just wanted to, say, take a look on your left there. Everything you own is in a box on your left. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, my DVDs. I've got Russell in Minnesota. Russell, how are you doing tonight?
Rob, you can be my daddy if you want to, but those cryptid songs won't break my soul.
You won't break my soul.
Listen, by the way, speaking of breaking a soul, my shoe did blow out at work the other day, too.
No,
so now that I think
you
about
did
it this
not have
week,
four
I've
blowouts
had
in a week.
4 different
So many
blowouts.
blowouts.
Ooh, should probably be seeing a doctor. Do you have a family of heart stuff? Do you have any weird funguses on your body? Is any part like weirdly brown? Yeah. Have you blown out more than 3 pieces of clothing this week? Yeah.
Hey, Rob, this is like unrelated, but could you send us the password to take the podcast down just in case?
Just in case. Never know.
Yeah. No.
What would
Okay,
hurt
never.
you more, if we took it down or if we replaced you instantly with John from Edina and had bigger listenership?
Oh, listen, I only want the best. I would happily die for that.
You
okay?
would?
Oh yeah. If it took me committing harikari for that to happen, I would definitely. I'd be in my kitchen so fast.
I mean,
Crazy.
but really, what is the conversation? Because you have that thought of like, if you were talking to your spouse and you were like, well, I'm going to die, and you're like, I want you to be happy, but I don't want you to find anyone else. Or we would say like, oh yeah, go out there and find someone else. Like, who is the choice, Rob? If you go, is it only John from Edina, or
You don't think I've tried to tell my wife, listen, I just got back from the doctor. I'm dying. You should go fuck somebody else tonight. Bring him back. And then if you could have your head by the foot of the bed, because I don't want to be filming his asshole the whole time. She's like, wait a minute, what? Are you faking your death so you can film me having sex with somebody? Sweetie, I told you I wouldn't do that again.
Pretty sure it's the plot of Cruel Intentions too.
There was a 2?
Meanwhile, Bittersweet Symphony's playing in the background.
I have to tell you,
I do get Rob confused with Ryan Phillippe on a regular basis.
Russell didn't realize that it's Cruel Intention. This is how many times you'll jack off was in small letters at the bottom, that it's 2.
What?
Yeah. Cruel Intentions is how many times you'll jack off.
Here's the question. I don't like talking about this because then something happens, you feel bad about it, you got to get over it.
Wild Things? Oh,
No, I was going to say, if something did, Rob could no longer, unfortunately, podcast and we replaced him, would John from Edina go jump all 3 of us to main host, or would the 3 of us be applying to be the main host?
John, would you be the main host? What do you think?
I can't. I don't think I could do it. No, the skill you have, there's no way you can replace what you do. No, there's no replacing you.
Yeah, because you see the unedited what I'm dealing with. Like the magic I weave, it is pretty amazing.
The madness. Yeah.
Like toward the end of an episode when I tell just a killer joke. Okay? A killer joke. Okay? Let's just say it rhymed with how big is this smaction? And I get absolutely blank stares back on the podcast. Just totally defeating me. It's like the ripped pants of the podcast. Do you think you could ever do anything like brave after ripping your pants? Like, is there anything you could pull off?
It happened to me. It was one of your guys' bachelor parties. We were downtown. I hopped in a car with some random people, tore my pants, jumping into the car at the beginning of the bachelor party
Why are you
downtown.
getting in someone el's car?
I don't know. I thought it would be funny to do that.
Yeah.
Tear the pants right
You're
up
right.
the crotch. Later in the night, we are at a gentleman's club, and I've got to stay in the corner and hide, and I was terrified the whole time.
Right. You definitely didn't catch anything from it. You're like, oh, this is a bad night to wear a jockstrap. You just catch something from every chair in there. What?
Just a good thing you weren't in CPR class.
It's like the problem with that. It's like the problem with Aaron's laptop last week.
Yeah, same thing.
Virus.
God, and then you're
What's the next album? Beyonce?
I'll tell you what. Russ goes to the doctor. He's like, I didn't even know there were pubic crayfish. That sounds bad.
What the fuck is that?
Down here, we call them pubic crawdads.
What are you
Mon ami.
talking about?
You got pubic crawdads, mon ami.
What?
What am I? You really want me to explain what I'm talking about? Okay, here's what I'm talking about. You blow out your
You gotta
pants.
watch this because next week he's gonna make a song about one of us like jerking off to pubic crayfish. Like,
yeah,
you gotta
right.
watch
Or we're gonna
this.
hear from an actual member of the Bayhive who's gonna be like, "Don't disrespect this album with your pubic crayfish talk."
You know what? But you said it the first time we did Beyonce. Who would talk about pubic crayfish more than Beyonce? Dirty,
Probably, yeah, she
this
would let
album
you know.
again.
Yeah,
Aaron, there's a whole song that has the word your favorite
Hey,
word.
Rob,
what?
doing?
It does not.
It does.
What are you
What?
doing?
What?
There's a whole
Which
song about somebody being old country buffet. Yeah. Oh,
No.
look at Genius.
No, move it
What is
along. Can't do this.
I think Pure Honey, maybe it is. Look it up, Aaron.
I'm gonna
Listen.
look it up.
Okay. And I've got Aaron out in California.
Aaron.
And Aaron, Aaron was telling me that he used to know the Slovenian sound guy. Okay. He would go to a theater and the guy who ran the sound was Slovenian. Okay. That was the guy who ran the sound, was Slovenian. But then he also knew a Czech one too. Czech one too.
Hey, Rob, let me sit on top of you. Let's talk about Renaissance.
That's filthy.
I swear to God. Look it up, please. There's a song that has that in it.
Rob can't even acknowledge Aaron's joke. He just plows right through. He's like, ugh.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Someone else.
Hey, maybe we should sit Rob down for his annual review of being the main host like he got last week at work.
Oh, that's true. We should give a review, performance review.
Performance review.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at how
It's not funny.
the thought of it is just terrifying him.
I don't want to hear.
Okay, let's start. Let's go one through one. Aaron, you want to go first? Or
Yes.
I can
Oh, no.
go first.
You know I hate this.
I can go first. Rob, you need to listen to people more.
Oh, boy.
People are trying to have a conversation with you. You need to listen.
I agree.
It's a
I
little
thought my
bit
song last week was great. No, not last week. It was terrible.
And Rob,
2
when
weeks
you're
ago.
listening, you have to actually hear the
Okay.
people as well. You can't
Okay.
just listen. You need to hear them.
Okay, do you want me to
Can't do
say
it.
what I was
He
thinking to
can't
that
do it.
joke then?
He can't do it. Look at him.
Beyonce does love to sit on people for sex, doesn't she? She has a number of songs over a number of
Surfboard,
albums
yep.
where
Yeah,
she is
Drunken
sitting
Love,
on people
she's-
having
yeah.
sex. And I thought about that for quite some time today. Like that was something where I was like, I better meditate on this idea.
Rosie, will you look up Pure Honey and just read the lyrics for us?
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe just the first paragraph.
Sure.
Thank you,
Let me just
Matt.
See what I can find. Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to do the whole thing. Just
All right.
the
Well,
first.
Okay, let's just see here.
Give me a moment.
Oh, Aaron. Can't believe you said that.
Wait, I'm still
Oh,
looking it up.
Aaron.
Aaron, enough.
All right. Oh, boy, yeah, that's a lot of the. Wow. I think she says, check my technique, right? I think that's in there
2,
somewhere.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow,
9,
I've listened to this
10,
album a
11,
lot of times and I never actually noticed that that's what she was saying.
Yeah.
I know the bad bitches to the
Oh,
left,
Aaron, I don't even like
30
that.
money,
You say that.
which
It makes
is
me very uncomfortable.
to the right. But
What
I
do you
did not
guys think
know-
is your number one technique? If you had to say, like, I'm the best at whatever technique, what is your best technique?
You talk about sex wise?
Anything. Could be anything. Could be your bartender, sex wise. It could be whatever. It could be cooking. It could be whatever you want. What's your go-to technique? The technique you would show off to people?
I don't know, but it has to do with the pinky.
The one story I
Oh.
told to my wife about John is that he told me once he jacked off when he was driving a car. I've never forgotten that. I think about that
sock, right?
all the
Yeah,
time.
That's what, if you see a random sock in John's car, don't
Because to me,
don't pick it up.
the
Don't
idea
wear
of somebody
it. Don't
jacking
try
off
it
driving
on.
a car, I was like,
Oh, is this sock my size? Ooh.
I thought I loved jacking off. That guy loves jacking off. It's his favorite thing to do.
There's this scene between Red Wing and where Rob parks his sailboat, and it is such a great drive to just jack off. It's perfect.
The interesting conundrum about that type of activity, you've almost got to be going like 60, 70 miles an hour. Like you can't be going like 35, 40 where you're running into stop signs or lights. You've got to be going pretty damn fast, right?
Listen, Hitting
and then
a
you can't
red
be
light.
going somewhere, like you got to have a while before you get to your destination. You can't have to like go see your grandma right away. Like you got
Aaron.
You
Don't need to talk about grandma's drink. That is filthy.
maybe that's the wrong.
Officer, my
Matt.
grandma is stuck in her washing machine right now. I have to get there. Her name is
John,
Mona.
there's some other techniques. I mean, I remember one called a wristwatch, one called a bird bath, one called a...
Man.
You get into penis puppetry, you'd have to display the art purposely when you show the wristwatch. That's a classic. But yeah, you got the.
Can I just tell people, there was a guy on the football team whose penis was so big that he would say to you, "What time is it?"
No.
And you'd look over and he would have his flaccid penis wrapped all the way around his wrist. And he'd be
This is what John did.
And it would be
John. So John's hung like a horse.
I
It would
can't
be
even
like that
relate to this. This
it
is
would be
absurd.
pulling it. He would pull it away from his body, Russell, and it would still wrap around his wrist.
No.
Like it was crazy. It looked like he had like a name tag, on a lanyard. Crazy big penis.
My wristwatch was very different from that guy's. My wristwatch was it didn't actually get around the wrist. It was.
I don't even know if I can get over the broad side of the top of the wrist here, let alone around the whole circumference.
Exactly.
I did something called the Jedi Strikes Back.
What's
And
that?
that's where I'd bend over and I'd stick a Boba Fett doll in my butthole. And it looked like a sand monster.
Who are you? What is
Sarlacc. Yeah.
And then I'd be like, wait, here comes some Ewoks.
This is what happens. He gets one new audience member, and he's been sitting on these jokes. Like he's been holding out on us.
Matt,
He's
Aaron?
got some material. He's been
I
waiting.
think we have confirmed that John from Edina would jump all three of us and be the new main host.
we get it.
Can I just say this? The idea of having to check over your shoulder, like on a yield and orgasming at the same time, would be such a bummer, wouldn't it? Like, can you imagine an action you want to do less while you're orgasming than like, oh, what's over the,
In your blind spot.
No, I had to keep checking on Highway 61 because there's a lot of semi-truck traffic, and you got to watch out for the higher vehicles they can see down
Kind of a hilly
while you're,
area.
finishing.
Hey, this fucking pervert was watching me jack off while I was driving. You got to look out. There's a lot of sickos out there.
You call the number on the back of the truck. How's my driving? Yeah, your driving's terrible because you're watching me jack off.
Put something on the roof of your car. How's my jacking?
Hey, is that the studio where Nirvana recorded, or is that a dude jacking off in his car over there?
How far are we from Rochester? I'm not sure. It all depends.
No, you got to go right on 19 to get to Northfield here.
That'd be if you're going north to south, right? If you're coming from the south, you'd have to go left on 19.
Oh, God damn it, I'm in Hastings.
Can I just
Damn it.
Can I just say a little message to my kid who may be listening to this after I passed away? This is who I really am. Okay? This is your dad.
No apologies.
All right?
He's the true
Anytime we read a Dr. Seuss book, I was thinking about jokes like this. I'm sorry you have to find out this way.
One fish, two fish, red fish.
It's like that
penis.
Keanu Reeves movie where he like is talking to his dad through the mailbox or whatever. Or Frequency, right? Where they're talking over the radio, but all the person on the radio is saying is like, "Oh, I jack off when I drive." He'd be like, "Well, I don't know who this is. I don't want to talk to this person from the future."
I was wondering how awkward this is going to be for like people that are in a car and there are two people in the car listening to this and they're looking at each other being like, wait, like, would this ride be different if I wasn't here? But then I realized like there's probably not anyone who listens to our podcast with another person in the room or other than Brian and his son, right?
I think just Brian and his kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and his whole family.
Yeah.
They gather around like we're FDR doing a fireside chat.
Hey, Americans. I want to talk to you about how condoms should be small if you're smuggling drugs.
1 inch longer in my pocket could just hold my knife.
We're not. Can we not go one episode without Lyndon Johnson as a big dick jokes? Can we not?
You guys, we are not the only. I learned we're not the only podcast that talked about the Lyndon Johnson pants call this week.
Of course not.
There's a podcast called "You Are Good" that my wife listens to that also talked about it last week.
Of course.
We're not the only ones.
Guys, this reminds me, before we get to the voicemail, we have an emergency Beck Did or Better moment.
Okay.
And this one is going down as an all-time. And thank God you're here, John. Thank God you're here. There has been another celebrity cock sighting.
Oh.
Recently on Twitter, I was alerted to the fact that none other than Drizzy himself had not just a photo, but a video of him jacking off that he was going to send to a woman.
What?
And I'm happy to say I went out and I found that video of Drake.
Yes.
And
Jeez.
it brings me much joy to report this. Drake has a massive hog. It's absolutely enormous. It's so big that he was doing a full hand up and down, and that thing was still like a helicopter. It was crazy to me. Okay? Out of respect to you, I will not pull it up right now, but go on Twitter, type in Drake video, and just know that we have another thing to bring up and talk about.
I come from North Carolina. I'm born and raised. Take your shirt off.
Because you know that with Lenny Kravitz getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's one Coxman. Liam Neeson wins a Nobel Prize or Academy Award.
What?
Maybe a Nobel Prize. Okay.
I was going to bring up Drake in the context of this album, but you already, wow, it's already.
Yeah, I'm bringing him up because I saw his hog a couple days ago.
Can't really beat that at all.
And that's the thing. It was so big where you got to question if he put it out there himself, because I would have. I would send that to my work email.
You'd be like, you could send it in response to any messages from the guy who gave you the performance review. Just be like, yeah, I got your message. Here's what I've got for you.
I would CC it. So if people want to start a group chat about it, they could. Okay. I'm not even going to blind CC it. They know who it's going to. That's a fun 43-year-old joke. All right. Listen. Okay. We're running a little long tonight, so let's get into the voicemail.
2 weeks in a row we got one?
Don't say it like that, Russell. We actually have plenty of voicemails. Don't call them leave voicemails.
It's not a problem, huh?
We've got
Backline,
plenty, and I don't see that being a problem anytime soon.
277-2325.
If this is Magic Mike 69 with another disastrous date, it's going to be so
Probably the
clutch.
savior for our podcast.
Hi, Best of the Better hosts. I have a question that I thought you all might have good insight on. Several years ago, I set my wake-up alarm tone to play the song One Day More from Les Mis, and I've never changed it to anything else. My question for you all is, what is your go-to wake-up alarm song for your morning routine? Or if you don't have one, what do you think makes for a good wake-up alarm song? Thank you. Bye.
Wow, that's really.
Ooh, I like this as a wake-up song.
This is good.
Now, before you guys talk about your alarm, can I tell you about one of the best alarms I ever had that woke me up immediately?
To know my crime will surely come a second time.
Hey, Aaron, just a warning. We can replace the third lead host on this podcast, too, if we keep it up. He's sitting right there.
That shit up. Come on.
He knows music. We've heard it.
Are you honestly not going to sing along with this at some point?
I don't even know what this is.
Bullshit. You know this.
It's Les Mis,
legit
Russell.
don't.
It's Les Mis. This is the show
Wait,
you
you've
know.
sung Les Mis on this podcast before.
I only know the 2 songs.
Listen, the fact that Russell picked Aaron as the third co-host without even thinking about it just automatically went right to number 3.
third.
He's been thinking about it.
The last.
Can I tell you guys the best alarm I ever had? There was an app for a while on the phone called Wakey Wakey, where you could either call the app and it would randomly set you up with somebody who would set their alarm for that time. So then when you set an alarm, somebody from a different time zone would call you. And so you'd wake up to a phone call. You would immediately have to talk to a stranger on the phone. And it would automatically cut off after 10 seconds. So you couldn't be weird or call them back. You didn't know their number. So they'd be like, hello. They'd be like,
Where are you from?
but I'd be like, oh, the US. And they're like,
I'm calling you from Finland.
click, and you're up. You are
That
not
was
going
it?
back to sleep after that. Oh, yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it was wild. It was really fun when I was doing it. I was like, just starting the day off in a chaotic way. Aaron, what do you have for an alarm? I bet it's some weird shit.
I don't use an alarm because my son wakes us up. If I were going to use a song for an alarm, I would have said "Wake Up" by Arcade Fire, but I think they're canceled. So I think I would just use International Players Anthem because I think that's the greatest song ever.
You don't use an alarm at all? Like, what if you have to get up for a flight or something?
I suppose, yeah, I guess if I'm doing that, then I use just like whatever default alarm is on the phone.
You're a default alarm guy?
Yeah. I think I might use like slow rise. But yeah, like imagine if this was your alarm.
If I didn't set an alarm, I wouldn't get up before noon ever. Like ever.
Yeah, but you don't have somebody coming in and jumping on your bed. Howie jumped the broom.
This is your alarm?
Wouldn't this be a great alarm?
You got to be kidding me. This is
Why'd you stop International Players Anthem to play this?
Or this is only a 10-hour video. So we'll just let my button's broke. I can't do it. This is what you'd wake up to? Man, I think this is what my wife wakes up to. This is brutal. I cannot wake up to a real alarm. Russell, what do you got for an alarm?
I just have like a normal phone alarm now, but you know, when I was really doing better with working out, getting up early, getting stuff accomplished.
Rob, you're killing me. You got to stop that sound. Jesus.
This will sound weird. I used to listen to Jocko Willink, Warpath.
What's Warpath?
It's like a motivational type speaker, like a guy who was in,
nice.
You guys know Jocko, like the Navy SEAL?
Yeah.
So I used to listen to him and he would talk about, like, I don't need an alarm clock. My passion wakes me up. So I used to listen to him when I would get up, and I probably should start listening to him again. It's probably part of the reason that I'm drinking espresso martinis instead of getting up and doing productive things. But
wait, are you drinking espresso martinis in the morning?
No, I'm drinking one now, though. And I'm telling you, the new key to espresso martinis, a pinch of sea salt over the top of the foam, Aaron.
Love it. Yep. I'd be in for that.
There isn't a quick path, and there are no shortcuts.
Bro, you're waking. This is 6 minutes long. You're lying there for 6 minutes, getting motivated, Russell.
And neither will a miracle drug or an organic
no wonder you're getting shit done.
Or some superfood.
Guys, if I listen to this every morning, I would be dating new people all the time too.
A hack or a trick or a one.
This is what you listen to before you update your dating profile every morning, right, Rob?
That's right.
Is a campaign.
Is that Macklemore in this video?
Macklemore, isn't it? Daily, a weekly.
Russell, that is unbelievable that you wake up to an inspirational message.
Well, I don't anymore.
Well, yeah, if I was sleeping next to somebody and they woke up to that, I would immediately leave because I think they're going to chop off my head. Oh, my God. That has to be the first thing
we
to go.
all make some changes when we...
Now, Russell, did you ever have somebody over and that alarm accidentally goes off and they hear it?
Are we talking? Is this the wife swap episode that's not going to make air, Rob? Or not?
John just turned on his driving background Zoom screen. It's strange. The only way you can do it now.
If that were an aphrodisiac for someone, would you feel better about that person or worse?
If they had to be in their car to come?
No, the Jocko Willink thing.
Oh,
like if that's what you were doing for your alarm.
I was going to say.
And your bed partner were like, yeah, keep that on. Let's go.
Hey, you got any David Goggins on this playlist or what?
I saw him in Las Vegas. He was out for a run. I saw him.
Bro, all my coffee beans have been shit out by cats. Okay? All I drink.
I've had that stuff.
Okay. Matt, what's your wake up? Did you say is it pumpkins?
I can't even talk to you about it right now. I mean, I can usually just wake up, but if I don't, I get my watch and it's just a little heptatic or whatever they call it. Just the tapping. So I don't even have an alarm per se.
Some psycho shit.
Listen, was that Matt, what do you have for alarm? I know you're a watch guy.
I usually don't have an alarm, but I just, if I do have one, I can usually just get up.
Literally.
But if I don't, I've got my watch and it's just got the heptatic little, taps my wrist and wakes me up.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I was writing a joke while you guys were talking for that last one. I was listening.
I think what we said is Rob could use some listening improvements on his performance review. It's in there. It's right on the comments on the performance review.
Last time we gave you this criticism, you didn't appear to listen to it, Rob.
You didn't respond to our message to know that you got our message about listening.
This confirms why they need to make sure Rob responds to emails to me. Like, I feel bad saying it in front of Rob when I can see him on the screen.
Podcast. Come on.
I swear to fucking God.
Oh my God. What a terrible criticism to get. Now listen. Just not listening again. Having to change it. No, I listen. Listen, I try. You know what? I actually listen to this podcast more than anybody because I have to edit the whole
you listen to it on repeat. You don't listen when we're on.
And then sometimes I do when I'm editing, I like hear a good joke and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I wish I would have heard that. That was a really good joke. I could have riffed on that for a while.
If only I had wearing some headphones and wish I could have heard these guys.
Too bad we don't have some more of them, huh, Rob?
Anyway, so I think what we're going to do now is, Matt, we did Matt's alarm. John, what's your alarm?
Hey, I go in with, if it's Monday, I usually do John Prine. It's going to be a long Monday, and that wakes me up.
Like it.
And if it's not Monday, then I listen to Cranberries. The album that has the eyeball is just a big eyeball.
Zombie.
No, after Zombie.
There's an album
That
after
would be
Zombie.
weird to wake up to. Russell, that would be so weird to wake up to, wouldn't it? No, the album with the big eyeball.
Wait, listen, we're a music podcast. We don't know the album with the big eyeball. We have no idea.
Well, you know the Cranberries.
Yeah.
Great music.
Yes.
Not Zombie, but after Zombie.
We made
Great music.
This is a great way to wake up. I love it. Mine is kind of like yours, John. I do. You know what my alarms are? I've got a mixture of this one by Bob Dylan. This is
There's no
this
way
one
you
is a
do
kind
a
of
Bob Dylan in the morning.
Oh yeah,
You use Oxford Town?
yes. Oh, it's so pleasant to wake up to.
Please don't Google what this song is about.
Well, no, I don't do that part.
Jesus.
I mean,
guns and clubs followed him down, all because his face was
brown.
Oh, this no. I don't even
it's
know.
great to wake up
Great
to.
song. Great song. Great album.
Or I do. This is my all-time. This is my alarm all the time too. Telling you guys, waking up to
Jeff Tweedy?
songs like this.
on the island of Stromboli.
Oh, it's such a pleasant way to wake up. Now, if this goes up at 6:30 a.m. on a Saturday when your wife is
That's
sleeping,
Billy Bragg singing, right?
yes, it's an unbelievable album. Mermaid Avenue, Billy Bragg and Wilco.
Yeah, it's got California Stars on it.
Yep, they're so good. This is
You want to
my
hear
wife
what
and I
I've been
listen to.
listening
Mermaid
to
Cryptid?
every morning this week?
What have you been listening to every
I'll
morning?
play
this
it
week?
through the speaker. We'll see if you guys can hear it all right. I'll pump it way up. Ready? Maybe it's not working.
Oh, what?
Oh, fuck. I just sent... Oh, shit. I have my phone on the Bluetooth speaker upstairs in the record player, and I'm pretty sure I just started blaring "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?" And there is someone screaming upstairs. I'm in deep shit right now.
Oh. Hey, Magic Mike.
The great song.
Magic Mike, if you want to send that girl's number to the podcast, just text that to us. We've got somebody who's looking.
Definitely a scream from upstairs, and my phone was not playing Carmen Sandiego. So someone, I'm in deep shit now. Here, I'm going to try again.
Acapella
Hey,
group?
Rob, re-cue me up. This is what I'm listening to this week. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Do you hear it?
Just turn on.
Rob, pull up Rockapella, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? That's all I listen to all week.
Yes.
All right.
The beginning, at the beginning is the greatest moment in music history.
Wow.
That's not the right version either, but that's okay.
How long are your guys' alarms going off?
I would say I'm a 5 to 7 snooze guy a morning.
Oh, my God, Russell. That's not very inspirational. 5 to 7 snoozes. That's too
I
many
don't listen to
snoozes.
Jocko anymore. Listen to fucking Rockapella.
So you're sleeping next to somebody getting 5 to 7 snoozes?
Rob, the idea that you think my upstairs roommate doesn't get up before me is the most laughable thing in the history of this podcast.
I just couldn't manage being in a bed with you, Russell, getting up and leaving. That's crazy.
San Diego.
Last time I was in a bed with you, Rob, you kicked me out.
Oh.
Just like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Russell, this isn't your bed. Huh?
What?
Listen,
That was a great voicemail.
that was a great voicemail. Thank you so much. Let's get into rolling and going.
It's time to see what everybody's up to. It's time for Rollin' Going. Oh!
My nephew is like 3. Again, not quite sure how old he is. We went over that earlier. No idea. But the thing he knows how to do on a phone, and he will do it instantly if he gets your phone, is he resets all your sounds. So for a while when I got email, you heard that submarine klaxon one, that wah, wah, wah. I was like, what is that? He had gone through and changed all my sounds to the craziest sounds. It took me like a week to recover from that. Just hearing random sounds out of my phone every time I got a tweet or whatever. Rolling going, Aaron, how is things going with you?
Things are going great. 2 weekends ago it was, or last weekend, I can't recall. We went up and had some adventures in the snow. It was fantastic. We took Friday off. We did some downhill skiing on Friday. We did tubing on Saturday. We did cross country on Sunday. It was all wonderful. But what I wanted to talk about, I teased it last week. I was in line for the chairlift on Friday, and it was with my son. And this was really cool. My son, he's done downhill once every winter for 3 years in a row, and he has decided he doesn't want to take lessons. But he's learning, he's getting better. So he now was able to do the chairlift and go down a real hill. He still doesn't stop or turn. And anytime he's like going on the skis, he's just like so stoked and just like puts his hands up in the air and yells like, "This is incredible." Like, it's so fun. And then he just falls over when he wants to stop. So it's all wonderful. So we're in line for the chairlift.
Can I recommend Aaron?
Yeah.
Couple lessons wouldn't hurt.
Yeah,
okay?
wouldn't hurt.
Probably.
He kind of refuses them, so and you're never sure if you're gonna be able to make it up there because of the weather or whatever. So you're like, well, we'll just But anyway, we're in line for the chairlift. I was really stoked. We were having a great time. I had my flasks. I had a couple of sips of something, but nothing major. And so I was like kind of spacing out. And I hear people, and this was Super Bowl weekend, right? So we're there on the Friday of Super Bowl weekend. We've already talked about my feelings on the game. But I heard some Niner fans, like I'm at the chairlift at Donner Pass in Northern California. Like everyone's there going to be a Niner fan.
Now, can I just ask you, when you're at Donner Pass, do they have like a lodge where they have like fun human themed things where it's like, a settler finger hot dog,
some pretzel bites? No, it doesn't happen. Like, but you have to, anytime you are up there, you got to make the jokes about it.
Like an Argentina rugby team comes by and he's like, "This is the place for us to eat."
I just love a little thigh piece.
Yeah.
So we're in line for the chairlift, and like I'm kind of just enjoying life. Like I'm really happy, and I hear like these Niner fans, and they're like, but they're getting louder and louder, and they're saying like, yeah, and then we're gonna beat that ass on Sunday, and I'm kind of thinking like, cool, all the Niner fans are excited, and then like my son kind of like looks at me and he's like, Dad, like, yo, like these people are like they're kind of talking at you, and I was like, why would they be like talking shit to me? And then I remember that when I go skiing, I wear my Iowa State Cyclones jacket. So this thing is like full red and gold. And I'm thinking like, well, everybody knows that Brock Purdy is the Niner quarterback. Like, it's got to be fine. And I realized these people were like trying to start a fight with me because I was wearing Chiefs colors. I see what you're doing, Rob. Yeah. But they're standing behind me in line trying to like get a thing going with me because they thought I was wearing a Chiefs jacket. I was wearing my red and gold, Cardinal and gold Iowa State jacket.
So
Aaron, I try to turn around.
This kid, now wait a minute. This kid has already seen you get bitten by a very small dog. Okay,
it's true. Yeah.
At this point, he's about
and then have an old lady come to care for you after it happened.
That's right.
I don't even think I told you guys. I'm friends with the lady, Susan, whose dog it is, Coco. We're buddies now. We had peach pie at Wendy's house for Wendy's birthday. We're friends now.
Now, Aaron, are you trying to...
Coco's still alive?
Are you trying to infiltrate this to poison the dog later? Or have you just...
No. I'm good, man. We just water
She got past the whole euthanasia thing, huh?
Oh, yeah. Did you play the song for her? Will she download the podcast?
I'll give it a try.
Just airdrop it to her. I do that to a lot of people on the subway. They hate it. Here's the thing, Aaron. So now you're going to turn around on skis. Right. There's a chance you could fall over.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to turn around and show them the front? Are you going to say?
Yes, I tried. So I turned around and I was like, no. It's Iowa State. It's, Brock Purdy. And I realized these were not the type of Niner fans who know where their starting quarterback went to college. So they are not picking up on what I'm putting down. And they've probably had more Hennessy than I have.
Yeah, I think that's almost every Niner fan. Like, even like as a Viking fan, if someone was wearing like a green and white coat, like starter jacket before like the Eagles were playing the Vikings, and they're like, no, it's Michigan State. I would be like, what? Even sports fans don't know that shit.
I would say the kind of people that yell at people in public about wearing a jersey for a different team are not the kind of person where you turn around and say, I understand the mistake that you made. Let me explain this to you logically, and I'm sure we can get through it.
Yeah. So, and like other people in line were like kind of trying to help me out. They were like, oh, you should like write Purdy on the back. And like, you know, like I didn't explain to them, like, I don't wear another grown man's name on my back. Like, that's not something I want to do.
But you sure
like,
talk about how they perform in sporting events a lot, don't you?
Well, sure. Yeah, of course. It's a different thing.
Aaron, what I would have done is I would have held up my hand like this, kind of like, you know, like I'm going to maybe, I don't know what, but then I would start
like a princess wave.
I would point at them like this, Aaron. I would point over and over with my hand. And I would say, you are mistaken. You know, like that, like just making this choppy motion. You are mistaken.
Yeah,
and I would make the choppy motion and they would know that you're 49ers.
I wish I had you guys along with me. I would have thought of that. So it all blew over, but my son had to clue me in. He was like, Dad, those people think you're the Chiefs. And I was like, oh, no, I made a huge mistake. But it all.
I've been there once before for a game. I went to a Colorado State football game at Mile High in Denver.
Nice.
And I was actually wearing an Oakland A's shirt that I bought when I visited Aaron once. Got a nice Oakland A's shirt that I bought for $5 from a roadside vendor.
Get it for less now.
Wow.
And it's a green and yellow shirt, and that's kind of the colors of Colorado State. And I'm sitting in the dead middle of like the Colorado section. And I went and got like a beer and people were yelling at me and I was like, oh no. I immediately went and bought like a Colorado shirt and put it on over. And I was like, I'm not going to be accosted by college students for the next 3 hours.
That would have been smart. Yeah, I got to remember my colorways next time this happens.
That's like I'm close to like 3 NFL stadiums I could get to by train, and I have zero interest in seeing the Vikings play there because I'm like, I don't want to get harassed. I'm not going to wear the jersey. You know what I mean? Because my dad used to do that thing where you just run up to somebody to hit him with a beer bottle. Like, you know what I mean? That's that old. I was like, I don't think so. Not playing that old.
Wait, didn't your dad also do the thing where he gave people like super like tainted drugs and then put them outside of his house and then lock the doors and didn't let them in or not?
No. They knew what they were doing. They chose to go out there, Russell.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Chiefs fans, right?
The dumb guy defense. I don't know. Yeah, I think they just went out there. I don't know.
Sorry, we shouldn't have brought that up. I apologize.
Well, that's me. How's it rolling going with Rob?
I thought I went to a bad Super Bowl party. Oh, shoot. I didn't win the squares. This will be the worst thing that happens to me all day. Well, I'm going to head up to the backyard. Hang out in the backyard for a little bit.
Once again, I tried to get Rob. I tried to throw the rolling going to Rob, and he didn't even
overtime Super Bowl. That was pretty exciting.
He's still
going.
That'll probably be the greatest football game I ever see. Overtime in the Super Bowl. Well, better walk to my car. I think it's out this door. All right. Russ brought it up.
He's listening, but he's not here.
Russ brought it up. What? That's
he heard me. He heard my tee up. You guys just didn't let him run with it long enough.
Thank you. Guys freezing in the backyard bit. Okay, write that down in the best of, Russell. We're putting that in the best of.
Trying to throw him the rolling going. Rolling going, Rob. How's it going with you?
Now listen, 2 questions.
No, listen.
Suzanne.
Of course we're listening.
My friend Suzanne. Hey, listen, please. Sometimes you guys don't listen because you're not laughing at what I say. So I assume you're not listening. My friend Suzanne is coming to the Twin Cities early or mid-July. I'm taking her up to the cabin. We're going to hang out for a couple days up at the cabin. Show her the Minnesota.
Like this, seriously, you have a friend traveling here. You're like, hey, we're going to take you up to northern Minnesota. I'm going to make you fly here and then get in a car, watch my wife's phone disappear.
She is a New Yorker. She has never been outside the city of New York. She's going to think the cabin is a nightmare. She's going to hate it. Okay? It's going to be fun to watch. I was thinking, Russell, we have a couple days in the city. Now, she is coming with a queer black gospel choir. Now, why she is in this choir, I don't know. But here's what I'm thinking. We get to Minneapolis. Russell throws a little party at his place. Matt goes. Aaron is on Zoom. All the friends from college, we all come over to Russell's place and see his place. And everybody gets to meet Suzanne. Russell, what do you think of this great idea that I asked you on the podcast?
I would do a great job of, I could be a bartender, but if I had to shake too many drinks.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you later. That was a great. I am listening all the time. Sorry, Russell, go ahead.
First thing I would probably do is take him out for like pizza, because pizza in Minnesota is way better than pizza in New York City. We always hear about like New York City pizza. Like next thing we're going to hear about the bagels. The water's different from the Hudson. The bagels are better in Minneapolis than they are in New York. Pizza's better here too. Matt, anything else that they need to try while they're here or not?
I mean, the people are just nicer in general, right? I mean, like we don't have all the rats. We don't have all the mice just floating around everything. So, just a nice little walk around the town without having to worry about a rat gnawing on your ankle.
What? Guys, Matt, are we going to have a party at Russell's or what? Matt, come on. We should, right? It
doesn't sound like it. It doesn't
Russell,
sound like
come on. Just, you know what, Russell? I'll bring a crudité. Matt, what are you going to bring?
I'll bring a couple bags of chips.
John, what are you going to bring? Matt, God damn it. John, what are you going to bring?
Well, if Matt's bringing the Doritos, then I'll bring something else, I guess.
Does anybody else want to see Russell's apartment? I want to see Russell's
I'm bringing
place.
hot dogs. Yeah, I'll bring hot dogs.
Deviled eggs. Russell, you bring deviled eggs. Second part, Aaron earlier mentioned he ate the coffee that was pooped out by an animal. Aaron, tell us about that.
Yeah, civet coffee. It's what, Indonesian? And I had a friend. I think my friend went to Bali and brought some back for me.
Now, Aaron, explain to us what this coffee is. This is coffee that.
So civets, which are related to a cat, I believe they eat the coffee beans and then poop them out. And something about their digestive tract is supposed to change the flavor of the coffee. And I think it would. I didn't find it to be anything spectacular. I thought, but it's like and I think it's. I mean, they'll charge like $35 a pound for this stuff. But yeah, somebody gave it to me as a gift.
Don't you have a civet that lives with you?
Yeah, I got a civet. Yeah,
or a cat.
So I just the civet.
I know you have that cat or civet from the neighborhood lady.
Yeah, whatever.
He's a bunch of wild civets. They're wild, but they live in his house and sleep in his bed.
Collecting the civet's poop, and then I don't even know if civet is the correct way to pronounce that, but that's what I've assumed. But yeah, I have tried the coffee. It didn't like blow me away.
Can you imagine you get a job at the civet's coffee factory, and you're like, oh boy. I hope I get a job where I'm working upstairs and writing papers and stuff like that, and maybe doing some ads. And they're like, "Okay, put on these big gloves and this mask." And you're like, "Oh no, I'm sifting through the poop looking for the beans. That's the worst job here."
Yeah,
honey, how was your day? I'm going to tell you right now, not great. Remember what my job is? Looking through animal poop, looking for little beans that people then grind and make into coffee and say, I don't know, not that great.
I think I would say I lost between 5 to 7 second dates when I told women online dates what the coffee company I was working at.
I mean, that would be a cup of coffee where it was like extra muddy. You'd be like, I don't know about this.
Extra muddy?
Yeah. Grounds at the bottom. You're like, I don't like this.
What?
Oh, honey, I had a great day at the factory. Yeah. Oh, I found so many beans. What? Boss said I could get I might be one of the best bean finders you ever seen.
It's like a truffle dog.
Hey, thanks for coming to my kid's birthday party. Why don't you grab a beer out of there? Hey, so what do you do? Listen, I'm just going to ask you to not ask me that. Okay. Please.
I'd prefer not.
I did get a positive performance review.
Jeez. Hey, pour more beans out of that shit. Got it. Send.
Magic Mike, if you're looking for dating advice, every time just pretend that you're bartender. That's what he does for his other job to pay the rent.
Oof. Hey, can you work a double shift today? No. No. Look at this. Look at the beans I found. There's not that many. Just tell me at least, do people like this coffee? No, they think it's okay. They don't really see what the difference is. You know all those beans? Yeah. You know how you used to work at that factory where you didn't have to sift through poop to find these? They actually think those taste the same. So, yeah, what are we doing here? Like in the big sense, like the world? I mean, who knows? Crazy world, right? Rolling going. Russell, how's it going with you?
I really hate to do this. I'm going to go down the poop train here. We're doing more poop topics here. This bugs me to do this.
This is rare for
All right, Russell. We're here to advise you.
I guess I could need advice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your stance is too wide. Oh.
Back-to-back days in the office, in a professional office building. Day one, I go into the bathroom. I'm using the urinal.
Yep.
There's a person in the stall taking a shit on the phone. On a professional call.
So bizarre. I've heard this.
A professional call?
I've heard people do this.
I'm in there, and they're clearly using the bathroom in the stall. I didn't really want to start Rob down this road, but
no, this.
Hello.
No, that was not. Russell, that's the alarm.
Oh,
do you wake up every morning and say hello? God, that'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying.
So much trust in your mute game. Like, you got to know your mute game is strong. You got to not drop a phone in the toilet.
Aaron. Hey. You got to slow down. They're not muting. There is a full conversation going on. I go in this is like a Wednesday. I go in using the urinal in this right next to the stall, and they are legit having a full-on conversation where they're talking about like a deal with a client. And I'm like, there is noises happening coming from your stall while you're having this conversation. This is insane. Am I right?
Okay. Is this a person in your?
No.
Does this person report to you?
No, I would have fired her, but I would have quit.
Russell, I could see where, like, because when I used to do that with girls growing up,
what
they'd be like, "Why is it so echoey?" And I'd be like, "I'm in my garage." So I had that ready. I knew right away what I was going to say to that. But then, can you imagine, like, you're on a call? It's just like, listen, I know. Don't play the preview in the sound effect. I mean, that ruins it.
Don't you just walk into the stall next to that person and just flush the toilet?
Matt, let me. Literally, I've worked in this office
like
for 5 years.
Like a crazy person, you're just flushing it for like a minute?
No, I've worked in this office for 5 years. I have never once had this happen where I ran into like someone who was doing that. And I was like, this is insane. Like, to me, I think it would be insane if you were doing it at home. I think taking it to the next level, doing it with a professional colleague is beyond insane. Doing it in the office with a professional colleague is like beyond, right?
That's so bizarre.
So I go in the bathroom the next day, a different person. I see him walk in and he's like doing his whole getting ready to, you could tell what's going on.
He's starting the call?
He's starting a call. A call. And here's the craziest part. It's a fucking voicemail. It goes to voicemail. And the guy is leaving a voicemail while he's in the stall. At this point, I'm like, I want to just start yelling. And so instead of yelling, I just am like, I'm flushing this toilet as many times as I can. I start hitting the urinal flush over and over. I'm like, this is so insane. Like, and you can hear him.
You got to do what you can.
You can hear him. He was going in there thinking he was going to be able to just have his conversation. And he realizes while he's on the voicemail, oh shit, there's someone else in the room. And so I start flushing, and he's like hemming and hawing, and he's having like a legit it's like, hey, we're really going to need you to make a decision on this offer in the next like couple of days here. We need a decision to move forward. And while there's flushing going on, is this the craziest shit ever?
But you did the right thing, Russell. You did the right thing, because that guy's not going to try that again, right? So you
How about William Huggins has 37,000 subscribers. And this toilet flushing has been viewed 511,000 times.
Can I tell you, do you guys like this plugin I put on my YouTube where I can just loop videos as many times as I want? Nice. It's a good one. I mean, Aaron, I could loop any video.
He has 100 times subscribers. We do more than 100.
No, I don't like it. No.
I mean, I could loop it any video I want, really.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking it's been a while since we did the hot sauce on feed. I know all of our listeners are hoping to hear that.
If I went into a work bathroom and someone was pouring hot sauce on their feet in the urinal, I think it would be less inappropriate than having a professional call.
Hot sauce on feet. Hot sauce on feet.
You just
hot sauce on feet.
Just Russell's bathroom. It just sounds like this all the time. It's like, what is going on around here? This is making me lose my mind.
What? So I bring this up. You know, we've talked before. Rob is willing to, like, he'll go stand at a urinal with his phone. Like, that's a Rob thing to do. I would never do that. Rob does it.
No.
But the person using the phone in the stall, what is going through their mind when they do that?
Oh, I use a phone in the stall every time.
No.
I'm on my phone. Yeah, 100%.
You're not calling somebody though. You're not
But
calling.
on a
You're not
phone
using
call?
it.
I
You're
would
not
never
calling
call somebody on my phone ever. Ever. If they said your grandma in heaven has a phone and you can call her once, I'd be like, listen, if she doesn't have SMS, I'm not doing it. No thank
What if
you.
it was Dirty Granny?
Oh, we haven't heard
Why-
from Dirty Granny in quite a while. Hey, Rob, I think my phone's ringing. It's not the Jocko, but it's my phone's ringing. Do you hear that?
Now, real quick, can you guys just remind me what was the Dirty Granny bit actually? Is it just what it sounds like? I don't
Yeah,
remember
it's just
it.
the Dirty Granny.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello? This is Dirty Granny, and now I'm starting to remember what I sound like.
Dirty Granny. It's great to hear from you. Have you been up to anything recently?
Oh yeah. Recently I just got this job in a new office. I really like it. But the only problem is I don't get many breaks. My boss doesn't let me go on breaks, so I have to. This is kind of I guess. And the worst part is they take down all the cameras I set up in here. I love watching people go bathroom. Dirty Granny. All right.
Thanks, Dirty Granny. I'm going to let you go.
Don't
So
get
nice
the
to hear
COVID
from you.
vaccine. Oh, Dirty Granny.
Roll it going, Matt. How's it going with you?
Good. One of the things it's been fun to watch on Instagram lately is Rob and Jenny have been really gearing up for this. They got a meet coming up. So Rob, what's this? What are we gearing up for on the lifting side of things?
Oh, yeah.
I have the Arnold coming up.
It's not
Oh, it's that time of year.
It is that time of year. It might be the last time I'm going to the Arnold because I'm switching federations.
Why?
So I'm switching federations and they don't lift at the Arnold. So this might be my final appearance. I'm cutting weight, but at this point, doesn't look like it's happening very well.
Is he going to have to go to the water cut?
Yeah, because
Is it the
I
cookies?
eat too much stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your goals? How much
My
weight are you
kid,
going to lift?
I could tell my kid was my kid this morning. She woke up and her jaw was like locked because she was so stressed.
What?
And she was like, my jaw, I can barely eat. She had to take an Oreo Mega Stuff, cut it in half and stick half of it in her mouth. She was like, all right.
What?
I was like, so you can barely eat, and the one thing you shove in is a half of Oreo Mega Stuff. I was like, that's
your
my
kid.
kid. I love you.
Well, how many people in your weight? How many people are you competing against this year, Rob?
In what?
The Arnold.
Oh, nobody. There's nobody there. It's not really
So you
a
won the
competition.
Arnold. Today, you show up, you win the Arnold.
No, there's nothing to win. I'm not competing against anybody. It's just,
Wait, you've talked about how you're going to the Arnold and you're not competing.
well, I guess I technically am competing against other 40-year-olds, but I don't think about it like that. Like I would get prize money, but I would never win because I'm too big. I'm too heavy. Guys are doing twice their body weight. I can't do that. I just can't.
So it's a scale based on your body weight and how much.
No, it's
how much
much
you
more
weigh.
boring than that. It's a very complicated formula called dots.
That's
Yeah, and I get killed on dots. So I'm just going to set some American records. That's what I'm going for. Where are we, guys? I'm lost in the sauce.
ready
Hopefully
to talk
talking
about
about
some
Beyonce.
Hey,
yeah.
if
right.
you guys
Very
send
important album.
your upstairs roommate a text apology about the blaring music that came through the Bluetooth speaker that scared the shit out of him, and you don't get a response, is that a problem?
It's fine. You can just
No.
sleep in the basement.
Yeah.
Just go up in the morning.
Yeah,
All
Russell,
right.
take out that Bigfoot poster you have in the basement and fall asleep. He's got that picture of Bigfoot like walking like this, you know, where it's all blurry. It's like me watching Japanese porn as Russell looking at cryptid porn and Bigfoot's just blurred out.
Hey, Rob, if you squint just right, it looks like a chupacabra.
Yes.
By the way, the fact that you guys didn't laugh at my Japanese porn blurred out joke shows me that you're not watching as much porn as I am. It turns out, once again, that was a deep cut porn joke because of the way they censor Japanese porno videos. So,
Didn't know that.
yeah, I didn't either. All right, let's talk about Beyonce Renaissance. This is her 7th album. This is the first person. She's the first person to do it 6 times, but she's the first person to 7 albums debut at number 1.
Wow.
This was made during the pandemic, and basically Beyonce had the goal of throwing it back to club dance music. And kind of like the way, Taylor Escaped is coming up with this fictional character, fictional place. The way Beyonce Escaped was basically a time machine of like, hey, let's go back in time, go back to the clubs, talk about dance music and how it's time and how dance music is originally like this black music coming out of Chicago, especially with the house stuff we're going to talk about a little bit.
And music, black queer music.
Yeah, black queer music. Thank you. And so she comes out with Renaissance again, kind of a surprise album coming out. I remember when it got dropped, like her sitting on the horse. And this was nominated for 4 Grammys, 1 Best Dance Electronica. And like Aaron mentioned before, it was up for Album of the Year, did not win
Didn't
it.
win.
She still has not won an Album of the Year. She was beat by Harry's House.
Oh my God. That's
Harry's
crazy.
House, Aaron.
I mean, that album's not bad, but I mean, it doesn't.
It's like
that album's
493
fine.
on the list.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like enjoyable, but come on.
So then, and if you're interested, this is kind of timely. We're actually timing this pretty well. Her Act 2, Renaissance Act 2, just came out this week, and it is a country themed album, which is how fun.
Yeah,
right?
I'm excited. I mean, as soon as you heard the track on Lemonade, you're like, well, she's got to do a country album someday.
Yes.
Like it's in her for sure. It's going to be fun.
This is fun now that she's in her she's in her era, her theme part of her career. I like it. I love it. I think
This
it's great.
ain't Texas. Ain't no hold'em.
Let's get into Renaissance. That girl, you get the tone of the album right away. Right? House, Chicago house. I've tried to mark what people thought the different sounds were because I am not as familiar with house music.
I'm not either. I did a lot of reading about it when this came out because I played this thing so much when it came out, but I don't know much about the history
Aaron,
of
can I just say one
dance music
thing?
either. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like maybe I better educate you with a very quick list.
I would love to be educated.
Okay. Right when Matt thought there were no lists tonight, turns out I do have a list. And this is a quick list. Because I said to Aaron, please research house music for tonight. Let me know what you find. Aaron pulls a Rob on Rob. He pulls a double Rob, Russell.
Gave you a list and said, figure it out.
He sends me an article and says, here, look at this. I haven't looked at this yet, but you can. And I was like, wow.
That is like the laziest shit.
The reason I hadn't looked at it was because I already ran out of free articles on OprahDaily.com because I was reading Lene Denise's review of Renaissance. And then I clicked on a link in there and it took me here and I was already out of free articles on OprahDaily.com.
Please stop. You ran out of articles. You hit your daily limit on OprahDaily.com.
Yeah, I hit my limit. They found me out. I couldn't read for free anymore.
That's wild that you hit too many articles. But Aaron sent me this, and Russell, I put some of these. I just want to tell you the years. There's a history of house music. First of all, we have Mr. Fingers. This is from 1986.
Okay.
So this is early house coming out of Chicago. Called House, Russell, because it was played in a warehouse sometime. Okay.
Oh, and a club called The Warehouse, right?
Aaron, do you know what a warehouse is?
Is it like where werewolves
a house
live?
with a full moon? Oh, Aaron, listen. I wish you listened to me. But we heard a little bit of this even with like the relationship. I mean, this is a natural extension of disco, right? And we heard that relationship when we talked about the Bee Gees copying that drum loop to make Staying Alive, right? It's kind of the same idea with this 4 on the floor rhythm. Next up, 1991, we're going all the way up to Frankie Knuckles, a name you hear over and over and over when you're talking about house.
Right.
And this is the Whistle Song.
This is a really fun song.
I'm transfixed by this, Aaron. I got to say, you said this was a fun song. I was going to make fun of you, but you're right.
I mean, you can't not love it. Yeah, like I played some of these tonight before I played Renaissance, and I was like, why don't I listen to more house music?
Imagine getting disciplined by your mom because your backpack's too messy to this song. You can't do it, can you?
Nah.
It's possible to imagine.
So what are some of the hallmarks of these songs we're listening to? Is it like the drum beat, or what's the thing that connects them?
So it really is like we've got percussion breaks, right? It's a true 4 on the floor rhythm. Like it's a constant
Up-tempo.
driving rhythm. It's up tempo. And we're starting to see more kind of changes in tempos too. Like it's just this, and it's usually instrumental, although, Russell, listen to this. I want to show you what this transformed into in the 90s because you will know this song. This song is an absolute bop.
Yeah, that's a
By
banger.
Crystal Waters, who was quoted when this Beyonce album came out saying, "Thank God somebody's releasing a dance album so everybody can be reminded of songs like this." Gypsy Woman.
Right.
This is a bop, Russell. Wait till the beat drops here. Okay, fast forward till the beat drops. Yeah. Ooh, so good. I love Crystal Waters.
This is fun.
Her other song, Aaron, 100% pure love. So
love.
good. Finally, by CeCe Peniston. Russell, you remember this song, don't you?
This is such a great song.
Finally.
Yes.
This is it. Ooh.
Yeah, this is really what Beyonce's pulling from, right? When she's making an album of this.
This got all the way up to top 5 on the Billboard 100. Ooh. All about dancing, Russell, having a good time. And I'll just play one more. I wanted to play one more recent one. This is 365 by Honey Love. This is 2002, Russell. And this all is from a list that Oprah Daily sent Aaron about what to listen to before you listen to Beyonce's Renaissance.
And so we did it. We set the stage.
This is 2022, right?
Yes, sorry, 2022. Man, we haven't done a ton of electronic stuff. I like it. It's fun.
Anytime I listen to it, I wish I listened to it more. And it's fun that in 2020, Taylor Swift knew that everyone needed something introspective, some storytelling, everyone sitting at home. And in whatever this was, 2022 or 2023, Beyonce was like, everybody needs to get back out, dance. People got to remember what's fun. And then Drake was feeling the same vibe, right? Because Honestly Nevermind came out the same weekend, and he was also on the dance music vibe.
Totally. It's kind of fun. Guys, a lot of fun stuff came out during the pandemic, and some stuff that actually kind of ruins your life.
It's a little hit or miss.
Yeah.
That was a great list, Rob.
And of course, I'm talking about the vaccine.
At work, I play, I think it's Mellow House. There's like a Mellow House station, which is pretty good just to have on in the background. But pretty good.
You know where I would like to live? You'll never guess. Mellow Yellow House. I mean, a Mellow Yellow.
If I had one guess, that's what I was going to guess.
Hey, can you get like Mountain Dew but make it flatter somehow? Like it's always flatter. It's never as crispy as Mountain Dew. Hey, can I get a Mountain Dew? Oh, would a Mellow Yellow be okay? No, not at all. You know what, Russell? I finally did say at a restaurant the other day. Somebody said, "Diet Pepsi okay?" I said, "No." I said, "No,
So
I'm not going to do it."
So what you do instead?
You just said, "No, thanks."
You did water.
Yep, I gained self-respect. I was like, I'm not just going to get
That's good for you, man.
Diet Pepsi. I'm too good for this world.
You know where they serve Mellow Yellow at?
Where's that?
Cole's Resort. They have they have Mellow Yellow up at Cole's Resort.
On tap?
Not on tap, but they have it in the cooler because one of their key employees loves a Mellow Yellow at the end of his shift. They got Mellow Yellow up there at
Just for the
Cole's
one
Resort.
employee? Oh, I like that. I like that.
I'm still a little traumatized by Mellow Yellow because one of my favorite NASCAR drivers, that was their car, and they got a terrible head injury and they didn't know if they'd ever be able to race again.
And they found a little religion where you got to fly up into outer space. And
about science.
But yet there was a volcano on the cover when I was watching the ads for Dianetics all the time. I was like, this book looks fucking sweet as hell. There's a huge volcano. This book is right up my alley.
And then we take all that Mellow Yellow money and we go buy a bunch of real estate. In fact, we buy the most real estate of anyone in the country.
Did you guys see a Scientology commercial during the Super Bowl?
Yeah, no, I didn't, Darren. Did you see it?
Super weird, man.
Listen, if they would send us some money, they could sponsor this podcast. So reach out, please. Yeah. Cozy. Somebody said this is deep house.
It does. The tempo is slower, actually, than some of those tracks we were just listening to.
I got to say, guys, walking around today with this in my headphones, good time.
Can't go wrong.
Time.
Can't go wrong.
Let's have my headphones turned down. Alien Superstar, Queer House.
Yeah, this is the one that to the degree there was any, she's got bars.
Masterminded haute couture, label horse can't clock. I'm so obscure. Masterpiece genius.
Look at that. Going. Drip intravenous.
Now, can I just say this? I see criticism, I guess, especially since like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees come out where they say, well, some of these rock and roll guys, they were doing it just themselves. And you look at a Beyonce album and there's 1 million people working on each song. And it's true. If you look at Wikipedia, who contributed to each song, 10, 12 people a song, easy. And I got to tell you, I don't give a shit. I think this album sounds so good because of it. Hire a bazillion people. You're making awesome songs.
She doesn't hide from it. It's all in the credits. It's not like Michael Jackson ripping off.
Well, actually, I believe on one of these songs she does rip someone off. I believe she ripped off the Milkshake song. Let's pull this up.
No.
Oh, that was that was a little bit of a controversy. You're right.
That's Energy. Right. I'll jump ahead to that, Russell. This is Energy.
It was a bit of a thing, yeah.
She put on the label. She put on the album that this is an interpolation of Keyless Milkshake.
She didn't get permission though, right?
But because she didn't ask Keyless in person, Keyless was offended and said, well, this is bullshit. She should have asked me. And so Beyonce said, oh, okay, and then took off on the notes that it was interpolated.
I think
so. She's like, okay, I'll just get rid of that.
I think she took the interpolation out, right?
Did she?
I don't
think so. I think she just didn't give her credit. She just... Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, who knows?
We want to look that up. That'd be interesting, actually. I just can't imagine that Keyless is...
Fuji's interpolation.
So I have a question. This is, I think, a fair question. We've had albums before where we've said, hey, they've got like... We listened to one a few weeks ago where it was, who's the band, who's the famous backup band, the section
Wrecking Crew?
Like the Wrecking Crew, and we've said, hey, the reason this is good is because they got the Wrecking Crew. We've listened to other ones where it's like, is Beyonce like controlling all this stuff? Is she producing it? Or like we have been critical in the past of somewhere they've got all these other musicians coming in and really adding all the sound. Is that a factor here or not? Or do you think about that or no?
I do. I don't know if it's good or bad, but like I'm looking at Alien Superstar. There's 24 people that have writing credits on it. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 that have producing credits on it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
You can still still be an amazing song, an amazing album.
Yeah,
right?
but that's nuts. Isn't that nuts to have 24 people as a writing? I don't know.
It is a lot. It is a lot, but it's like if you're telling me that she's not in control of what that sounds like at the end.
Oh, I know.
Or at least as final
she's
say.
number one on all of them. Yeah.
I mean, she's got to, even if she's not, she still is the driving force, and it's her image that's on the line for the song. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares if Drake helped write a song. They're not going to say, oh, Drake's bad, listen to this Beyonce song. They're going to say, oh, listen to this bad Beyonce song.
It doesn't bother me at all. To me, like, part of being like an amazing artist, if you can bring in other people to make your sound like stronger and add something else, like, why would you not do that?
That reminds me, we're doing Beck Did It Better tryouts. Beck Did It Better tryouts. Do you want to be a co-host on Beck Did It Better? Feel free to come on in. We're going to try you out. Okay, when I do some funny bits, okay, about the Boba Fett stuff earlier, okay?
I mean, it's been most of her career, right? She's a figurehead. She's the biggest piece of a big machine.
She's the CEO, right?
Yeah, she is the CEO, and I think she's moving into but I don't think anyone else could have made this album for whatever reason. And I feel that she's moving into this point in her career where she's a documentarian. It's going to be the same with the country album. The country album will have a ton of collaborators, and she will be touching every point on the country music spectrum, especially as it relates to Black people. And everything she's producing now is going to go to the Smithsonian. She's making, documentaries about different types of music and where it stands and where it's gone and where it's going, which is cool. And yeah, she's using a big team to do it.
Aaron, once again, you're brilliant. And Russell, I have to say this. Do you think anybody at a Beyonce record is using their phone in the stall? Like, do you think anybody is going right from that, doing that, and then saying, I better make a phone call in the bathroom?
Make a phone call in the bathroom.
Are you, I mean, we've talked before about how, like, what Rob's life would be like, how his vacations are not like Jay-Z's and Beyonce's. Like, could Rob, if he was one of the producers, call up the Queen Bee and be like, hey, I've got a thought on track 7.
Oh, wow.
And meanwhile, he's
just here, and you hear Russell flushing 100 times in the background. I don't think Beyonce. I gotta think Beyonce is not talking to you if you have a toilet flush in the background. That is just that's beneath her station for sure. The song we skipped, "Cuff It." This was the second single. Got Niles Rodgers on guitar.
Right, this is so catchy, isn't it?
From of course Chic and also from the Daft Punk song. This is such a great song.
It is amazing. You guys know this way better than I do. But even when you're talking about this country album, I haven't followed all the news with it. I think it's just out recently. As far as I know, I don't even know.
It's not out yet. It's just the first single. It's the whole thing.
You'll be shocked by the news about it, Russell.
Was it Lemonade or which was the album where we said if she did country, she would be the biggest country star there is, right? Like,
it was Lemonade, yeah.
You could pick all these genres, and you're like, if she just did pick one of these, she's going to be the best at it. It's credit to her. It's amazing.
Yeah.
"Break My Soul."
This is the anthem, right? Like this is the.
Oof. Now, Russell, this is a interpolation or a hobby. Russell, does that sound familiar to you?
It does sound familiar. I don't know what it's from though.
That's because it is.
Show me love.
I mean, sampled's not even the right word, right? It's like a.
Yeah, it's like a cover almost.
It's like a cover of Robin S. "Show Me Love."
Oh, see this
classic house from the 90s.
Also a great song.
I mean, Russell, this is when men wore their underwear slightly sticking out of their pants, so you could read what kind of underwear they were wearing. So when men were men.
Only the Calvin Klein models.
This song reminds me of jacking off to the grind a lot. Not gonna lie.
And did you have any Eric Nees moments like you had with Steven Tyler? Oh wait.
Dan Cortez.
Turns out.
No. Listen, when you come to Kurt Loder, the rest of your day is uphill from there.
Rob, were you ever at like the mall picking up some new underwear and you're like, I need to get something where the people can clearly tell the brand that I'm wearing. I need to change and get something with a brand sticking out for you.
It never occurred to me that I should be caring about what brand my underwear is.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Not once.
I saw something on TikTok where they're selling underwear where you can buy the size and then you buy the pouch size that comes separately, so you can customize like the size of your legs and the size of the pouch.
Hey, no, I need the bigger waist with the smaller pouch. No. The bigger waist and the small. No, you mean the bigger pouch, like the pouch Lyndon Johnson, not the Lyndon Johnson ones.
TikTok.
I want like the John Popper pre-weight loss ones. That's what I'm looking for.
It is because I had apparel pouch size. It was because what they did is it had size of the underwear.
This would be so. And
then it would relate the pouch size to a ball.
No,
so you could get like anywhere from golf ball.
Oh, no.
Right? Up to like softball.
No.
I'm not going to lie. As I get older, I'm becoming kind of a softball guy.
No. Like when you got to go into the big and small store on that online store, that's not good. Big and small?
Big and small. Big and small. We got the small and big section over here, and the big and big over here, and then the big and small is back.
You don't understand. I'm looking for the big and small section.
Yeah. No, not that part is big.
No. I know you're confused by the way I look at this shirt and the cut of this jeans. But no, I'm looking for the big and small section. Big and small. Ugh, I'd keep them in business forever.
Oh, boy. Do you now see there? Now there, I feel like I listened because I wanted to hear what pouch size you would relate to what ball size. Like your pouch would relate to what ball. I listened and nobody said anything. Aaron, if you could just pick one ball, Aaron, for a pouch size for underwear, what would you prefer? I'll edit this out.
Tennis ball?
Street hockey?
Lacrosse ball? I don't know.
Cross ball's kind of small. You got to be. We're talking about both your nads, right? Too. Like we're talking two nads too. Got to fit in there.
Yeah.
You could fit two nads into a lacrosse ball?
I mean,
maybe like one of those high wiffle balls.
Oh my God. I was thinking bowling ball, 10 pounds. 10 pounds, not even the 8-pounder.
No. What about one of the ski balls?
Oh, skee ball's a good size.
Skee ball, that's a little big, actually. I think somebody showed up with underwear skee ball size, you'd be like, whoa, that's big.
Spacious.
That's the thing about skee balls. They were so big.
I'm looking for the
Church
big and
girl.
skee ball size. Aaron, we talked about this last week. Aaron, the drum machine. This whole thing is predicated on drum machine, right?
Sure, yeah, that's the
But it works.
That's the genre, yeah.
I guess Aaron just doesn't like it when Alanis does it. When Alanis does the drum machine, he shits on it.
I mean, that's central to what they're doing here. It's supposed to be a repetitive sound.
Plastic Off the Sofa. This is a song about why she likes her husband.
I thought for sure that Solange must have collaborated on this one, but I didn't see it anywhere in the credits. It sounds like a Solange song to me.
What would my wife write about me, about why she likes me?
This is such a nice song.
Like, what do I bring to the table? Like, if your spouse got mad because he wanted to watch UFC every Saturday night, that would bug you, right?
I mean, to be fair, like if you're being criticized for like not watching the paper, like you're watching like the ESPN UFCs, you got a problem.
Oh no, is that true?
If you're doing the pay-per-views, it's fine. But like if you're doing like the ESPN, that's not good.
Where they're in the
Fight
Apex
nights or whatever, yeah, it's not good.
Okay, well, I'll let that person know that's actually another thing. It turns out another thing he actually values a lot in his life and has been doing for quite some time, very often.
Speaking of relationships in the sofa, my upstairs roommate and I have found a new show that we've been watching. They watch without me, and then when I come back, I will watch episodes of this show. And it's become uncomfortable recently because the upstairs roommate cries regularly during watching this show. It is This Is Us. Have you guys ever seen This Is Us?
Isn't that supposed to make people cry? It feels like that's like Parenthood.
I think so, but we had a very uncomfortable moment where there was a lot of crying going on over one of the episodes today, and I didn't know how to react. I'm uncomfortable with the crying.
Just cry along.
No,
just get into it.
No.
Russell, Aaron, have you lost your mind?
Have you lost your mind?
A little. I mean, a little.
Aaron,
Listen,
get the fuck out of here.
You know, Aaron, I would be crying.
Yeah.
I cried at a TikTok the other day. I did. I was sitting there crying my eyes out about it. It's so sad. Here's the thing. Russell, how did you... Now, this is a safe space. I want to remind you. How did you react to them crying?
I got uncomfortable.
Did you get... Now, let me ask you. Because this is something that happens.
That's fine.
Did you get mad? Because I've had that response. Why are you crying? Something like that.
No, I didn't get mad. I don't get mad.
Okay, neither do I. All right. Virgo's Groove, another thing. Normal stuff going on over the Rob House. This is another sex song, Aaron. You know I love a Beyonce sex song.
I mean, right? What's better?
She does it better than almost anybody.
Lock in right now, right? It's like, what if Beyonce did a sex song and then Luda was a guest on the track? That'd be the best sex song ever.
Whoa. Oof.
I like the keys on that one.
That was
Sounds
referred
like
to as disco funk. This one has Grace Jones on it.
Wow.
And an artist from Nigeria named Tem. Okay, kind of getting some Afro beats here on this.
Move out the way.
Ooh. I want to play this part because Grace Jones is on this. I mean, you want to call back to black dance music, like
right?
It's kind of hitting the nail on the head.
She knows who to call, right?
Now, of course, I know Grace Jones from James Bond, where she was a woman who tried to choke people with their legs. I thought about that a lot growing up.
The beats, the house music, the Afro beats on this is so different than some of the other Beyonce albums. Like, how do you compare this? Like, we had the one. We've had a few of them where I think the last Beyonce when I listened to the wrong one by accident. And it was like, how is this one not higher? The songs are so good. Like, how do you compare this to her other albums? They're all just killers, aren't they?
Yeah. And this one's so different. This one's so different from the others. And like, this was really, I mean, every track, we're not going to like listen to it track to track, but the tracks flow into one another. It was sort of, there's a lot written about how this was made to sound like a dance floor piece that was supposed to be like a full DJ set. Sure. You know, like she really is what she was, you know, she just captured what she was going for.
Music.
Heated. Drake has a writing credit on this one. It says, Monday I'm overrated. Tuesday you're on my dick. It's the perfect line of like, oh, you don't want me, and then I'm so great. I gotta say,
and this is this the one where she talks about her Uncle Johnny? Because this was the one criticism I read about the album was that, you know, is she appropriating queer culture? And this goes back to Alien Superstar, because I think when she's doing that category call out, that's directly lifted from some very specific dance floor stuff that went on like in the 80s. And so I think a lot was made of that she had this uncle who was he a crossdresser or trans or not? I'm not sure exactly, but I think she does shout him out here. But that's the one sort of thing I read about, you know, is this homage or is it appropriation? And it's really like only she could do it, because Madonna got it a lot worse. I was going to say,
Vogue. You brought that up. Madonna kind of had the same feedback on her album, right?
Right.
Yeah, it would be hard to do dance music though and not get, you know, and how do you give credit to that appropriately? Like, if that's not who you are, that would be so tough.
Yeah.
Thick, little trap beats.
I wish I could have a braggadocious track about my body.
You can make one.
Russell, do it. Softball pouch.
That's that jelly, baby. Champagne and cherry, baby. That's that dick.
Guys, when are we switching over to tighty whities? What age can we just do that? What?
Never. I never even thought about it. Never even considered.
Old guys got to do it, right? Isn't that something where you just turn an age and you just have to?
No. I think our parents grew up at a different age where that's all they had.
Those things went out with the 1900s, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Like, okay.
No, don't bring it out right now. Don't break those out. I thought they'd want to see them, but they don't. They don't like them anymore. They're in the 1900s. That's what I heard. Okay, anyway, what were you guys saying? All Up in Your Mind. This is referred to as hyperpop.
What? Who refers to this? I've never heard of that.
What? I mean, with all the having to define everything.
No, that's because I love it. I love defining dance, like music types. Oh, I love defining things. The scientist in me. I mean, something called hyperpop sounds awesome. Half man, half pop.
Hyperpop.
Murphy.
I knew it was coming. We have spent too much time together.
America has a problem. Yeah, the price of Big Macs. $17.
Dude, there's been multiple. I thought this was a joke. There's been multiple articles about all this. You know, here's my question. All these people are complaining about it. Don't go to fucking McDonald's. If the damn cheeseburger's too much or the fries are too expensive, don't go. Mm-hmm. Right?
Not good for you.
What are we talking about?
Well, I think
that's for a lot of things in life, though, too, Russell.
Well, what the? Come on.
Russell, I'm just going to say this.
I forgot Kendrick was on that track.
The fries. The fries are so good at McDonald's. Now, listen, did we have a traumatic experience this summer? Yes, because my kids have officially switched off Happy Meals and are now on 10-piece chicken nugget meals. Russell, do you know what the bill is when myself, my mom, and my kids go to McDonald's this summer?
Probably $52.
$60. It was $60, Russell. I paid $60 to a McDonald's.
But you'd probably pay $100 if you guys went to Applebee's, right?
That's less than you paid at Noodles, right?
It is less than I paid at Noodles. Oh, don't even make me think about that. Russell, at Applebee's, I'm getting one all-you-can-eat riblets. Everyone else is getting waters. We're ripping them off. Okay?
Price apps after 9 o'clock.
Get as many riblets as you want. Hey, you want to order yourself a spiked lemonade? Go ahead.
I believe they're electric lemonades, Rob.
Electric lemonade, that's what it is. Yeah, that was she was comparing herself to cocaine on that one. So I thought of Aaron again. Or no, that was Matt who did the cocaine in the bathroom. Pure Honey. This song is 2 parts.
Hang on. You got to play it from the beginning and I got to hear it because I've never.
Check my technique.
Yeah, I never knew that's what he was saying.
Coming from my technique. You want to feel my technique?
It's sampling a song called that.
Right.
It's pure. Bad bitches to the left.
Oh.
Money bitches.
Now, Russell, if they said bad bitches to the left, where are you going?
What?
On the left.
You consider yourself a bad bitch, Russell?
I don't know.
Russell, I got news for you. You're not a bad bitch.
We've had albums that inspire a lot of embarrassing sing-alongs for me. This one inspires a lot of embarrassing dance moves in the kitchen. Like, this is not an album where I should be around other people.
Aaron, I saw what you did just sitting in the chair, and I got to say, I need more of it. Okay?
No.
It's uncomfortable.
If that's wrong, you better lock me up and throw away the key, baby, because I don't want to be right. All right, put me in the face-off prison where they have the boots, the magnetic boots, because I love that dance, and I thought it was great. This is the second part, Honey.
All the pretty boys to
Disco throwback.
Get your money.
This is so good.
Yeah, it's like the sun just came in.
And she continues this disco with the last song, Summer Renaissance, not calling out, but giving tribute to Donna Summers. Renaissance rebirth, so kind of doing like a dance rebirth motif for maybe smart guys to figure out. Aaron, 10 through 10 is what do you think of this as a Have Sex To album?
I mean, it's a 10, right? Like 10. It's got to be a 10.
I mean, this.
Yeah.
I peel off my tighty whities that have the smallest pouch size.
The gray penis.
Where did I get those, Russell? What section again?
Big and small. No. You don't understand. I'm not looking for the regular size. I want the longer ties that I know is going to cover my belly button. And I want a corresponding pair of underwear that is very tight and does not have a lot of room down there. Not the Lyndon Johnson section. I'm looking for the big and small, the Howard Taft section.
I was suspicious when Russell said, "Hey, when you guys put on tighty whities, does it feel like boxers to you?" And I was like, "Russell, your pouch is too big."
It's big and small.
Now, Matt, let me ask you this. You don't have, because I have to have a pair of tighty whities to lift in. So sometimes I just wear them like when I'm feeling.
They don't have to be white though. You could choose a different color.
No, I get.
Sorry, you're asking Matt. I'm sorry.
I buy splotchy ones online. They're more expensive, but they've got lots of blotches on there. Anyway,
so they got to be the briefs. They can't hang on they can't be on your thighs. That's what you're saying,
right? Yeah, they got to be the briefs. So I'll tell you what though, when I wear those, like I feel like I have a little sexy secret. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel faster. I feel like I can walk faster, and I'm like, nobody knows that I got these sexy panties on.
I think Rob though generally wears we've seen Rob stand up in the Zoom enough.
Oh,
I think Rob just wears like what I would consider tighty whities normally. I think that's a normal thing.
We have come to this point in the show where I regret to inform you there has been a change in Rob's underwear that he's been wearing. I used to wear the bamboo small ones with the huge pouch. Had to stop that. Then started getting cheaper ones where they would sell it by 20 packs on Woot.com.
20 packs?
Unfortunately.
What is going on?
Unfortunately, because my dog eats them. We go through so many underwear here because my dog eats them all.
Can't you put them in like a thing with a top?
Listen, this guy ate another pair of my headphones the other day. Okay, he is ravenous. You have to look out for him. We already talked about the party. What happened there? Yikes. Now, I have gone all the way to non-synthetic boxers from Amazon. They are totally square. There is no pouch whatsoever. They are officially old people boxers.
Like boxers? Like they're just like fully loose?
They are fully loose.
Wow.
Good news is, end of the day, they smell great. That natural
Why
fabric.
Are you smelling them? You don't need to smell those.
That they smell. My dog doesn't even eat them. He doesn't even want them. Okay, he doesn't smell any sort of funk on there whatsoever. They're great. Unfortunately, they're the least sexy underwear I've ever owned. So it is officially the end.
No sexy secrets.
It is the end of my time with sexy underwear. God fucking damn it, type you.
In the words of Barry from Burnsville, prove it. Stand up, let's see it.
I don't have them on right now. I am currently wearing sexy underwear.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you know what? This is even better, Aaron. Okay, I'm going to take off my military whites here. I'm going to show you Aaron is saluting, which is appropriate. Russell.
Okay. He's still wearing tighty whities.
Sexy underwear. Your call is at an end.
Rob is such a big guy to wear tighty whities. They look so small on him, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
In the 90s.
Big pouch.
Big and small.
Yeah. I regret to inform you, sexy underwear will soon be no more. Thanks to boring Amazon boxers that I bought.
Speaking of, Rob, you might need to keep the trumpet playing. Bob Marley, Legend, got knocked out. If we would have never done Legend, can I share what bits we would have never done?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, this is so important.
We need to do this.
Matt is dying.
We did the Russ game of no woman, no cry. So I was giving you guys what I did on a trip. No woman, no cry. Matt was giving us some summer jams, or Aaron was.
Oh.
Matt was trying to find the poop deck in the new office. So another poop story for this episode.
Oh, no.
That was a good one, man.
Rob doesn't have a blender. Aaron was upset about Rob not having a blender for some reason.
Yeah, he can make smoothies, man.
And then we also did, this would have been a big whiff, the best chorus first songs where we all sang Build Me Up Buttercup on the episode.
Build Me Up Buttercup singing is a classic bit. It's true.
Good.
It's a hard one to pull off. It's a good one.
Yep.
So that's what we would have missed. I think we probably could have done without it. I don't know.
What a shitty episode. That episode sounds terrible.
Without that one.
Not like this one. Russell, put this one in the best ofs with the boxer stuff. People are loving it. Can you imagine your John
review part?
You're John, you log out, and then we have the boxers bulge size conversation. He's gonna be like, shit.
This was also the impetus for Rob's joke about why are there no lines at men's bathrooms at public pools?
Wow. I mean, John logging off before we did our boxers bulge bit, it'd be like walking out of Game 6 of the World Series before Puckett like sends it. It just, you're missing history. What are you doing? Listen, this is the rating system, Matt. Okay, don't hold us back anymore. Don't hold us up. Renaissance, Beyonce, Rolling Well Toned at 71. That means it's perfect. It should be right here. Rolling Boned. Okay, it should be even higher up on the list. Unfortunately, today, folks, it is illegal to pick Rolling Grown. Okay, you cannot pick that because we will be harassed online. If you remember, Kid Rock said something bad about Beyonce, and for the next 5 years, his Instagram was just bees. Everybody would comment bees 1 million times. Okay. And to his response, he said, "Ba with a ba. Ba with a ba. Dig a dang diggy. Up jumps the boogie.
Bang to bang.
Bang to dang diggy."
Yeah. To which his judge says, "What's your name?" It's Kid Rock.
Then he told everybody his name. He told everybody his name. Said, "My name is Kid Rock."
Yeah. My parents were rich, it turns out.
Actually, he said, "My name is Kid Rock."
Oh, that's right.
It'd be better if he'd said, "My name is Rock. Kid Rock."
Chris Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah, this is The Rock. Can you smell? Not anymore. Got the boxers with Amazon. By the way, also a point in your life where you're buying clothes that don't smell. Got to think about where you are. Got to think about what's going on in your life. Got to fix things up. Okay. Anyway, Aaron, what do you think? Rolling Well Toned, rolling. Yes, Russell?
When every shirt you have to buy is like a sweat wicking shirt, you might have a problem.
Yeah.
You might sweat a lot.
Yep. Oh, yeah. No, I don't have deodorant in my desk at work because I've forgotten to put on deodorant that many times. Like, that's why I am 43 years old. Just put on deodorant every morning. What are you doing? What are you getting distracted by? Answer my phone. It's right there. I love it. Got it in the bathroom with me in the morning. Give me that phone. Nom, 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 nom. Aaron, what do you think? Rolling Well Toned, Rolling Boned, or Rolling Grown? Now, remember, Aaron, we are at album 71.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard
now
to get
you
back in that mode.
Legend. No, this was Exodus, which remember the parody song was The Stud Russ.
Well,
Okay,
help us out. What's at 70? What's at 70 and what's at 72 right now? Where are we? Like, help orient us to where we are.
All right, 70. Okay, so we're on the list, and of course, last week,
straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Remember last week we did Straight Out of Compton, which remember all our great bits from that album.
72 is Harvest, Neil Young.
Ooh,
jeez, that's a
Here, listen to the ones leading up
That's
to this.
Whiplash.
We'll start with her husband. 67, Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah,
68, Hounds of Love. 69, Jagged Little Pill. Straight Out of Compton. Then Renaissance is coming right in before Harvest. Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. College Dropout by Kanye, and Lady Soul by Aretha. That's
now I do want to.
It's very. It's all very weird.
I want to remind you that Harvest, of course, is the song that I made where I legitimately had to apologize to Aaron after playing that song because it was a song about how miserable your life would be.
Aaron, I am your wife. Yeah, I remember it.
That is sick that Aaron.
No, don't make me laugh at it.
I don't
make me laugh.
But I'm just gonna say I love this album. I listened to it so much when it came out. I do listen to this fairly regularly, so I'm biased because I love it. I think I'm gonna just call it Rolling Well Toned. I think it's actually better than some of those things that were lower on the list, but I don't know that it's as good as a couple of things that came after. But I'm very glad it's on the list. I'm very glad it exists. So Rolling Well Toned.
Yeah, I wouldn't bias, Aaron. You can just stream it. Russell, Rolling Well Toned, Rolling Bone, or Rolling Grown?
I'm going to go a little bit different route. I really enjoyed listening to it. And the first time I listened to it was a little different. I didn't really know what to expect. It caught me off guard a little bit. The second time I started enjoying it more and more. I think I'll come back to listen to it. But I'm going to say, we haven't heard I Am Sasha Fierce. I Am Sasha Fierce on this album as If I Were a Boy, Halo, Ave Maria, and Single Ladies. I'm sorry. I need to hear I Am Sasha Fierce. I'm going to say it's Rolling Grown because I think a different Beyonce album should be up higher. That would have 3 or 4 commercial hits. I'm sure all these on the new album are hits too, but I'm going to take I Am Sasha Fierce. I'm going to say Rolling Grown. I wanted a different Beyonce album in that spot.
And I've got Matt, Rolling Well Toned, Rolling Bone, Rolling Grown, Beyonce, Renaissance. And I do want to say, I forgot my opening joke of, I've got 3 guys here who are disappointed because they didn't see any wenches with low-cut shirts. Not that kind of Renaissance, folks.
Where's the turkey legs?
Get it. I think this is a great album. Do I think it should be at 71? So now we've got 3 Beyonce albums in the top 100. I mean, it just feels like eventually that should happen. I just don't know if it should happen right now. Like, does this instantly go to number 71 of the greatest albums of all time? No, I don't think so. I don't want to say that it doesn't belong here, but it just feels like it should have been in the 200s and then down to maybe low 100s and worked its way up. Kind of a
you have
thing.
to age like a fine wine a little bit, right?
Yeah,
right.
And like this will age out some of those Rolling Stones and Bob Dylan ones. So instead of having 13, we're going to get down to 3 or 4, and just a gradual way things happen. So I don't know. I'll just say it's fine here. It just and maybe they did it because this is where it fell in the list. I think it's probably better than the Taylor album in terms of listenability for me.
Well,
I don't know.
It's 100 spots ahead of it.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know in itself, but so I don't know. And how much of it is just the fact that they wanted to not mess with the list too much. They just wanted to fill in different things. It just feels like once everything gets reallocated next time they do the list in a year or 2, and we have to do this whole process all over again, it's going to be a little different. So
reallocate.
So I don't know. I'll just say it's Rolling Well Toned, but it's weird.
All right. Unfortunately, you guys, of course, are incorrect.
Yet.
No way.
This gets a rolling history lesson. Okay. To appreciate this album, all you need to do is do some history, a little research on the history of dance music in the U.S., much like I did on my website, oprahdaily.com, okay, which I had to buy a membership to because I went over my daily views. All right. Next up, we're going to essentially from MTV to VH1. All right. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Who wrote this? Captain Planet?
He's a hero.
Is it James Taylor?
You know what I don't get, Russell, is when I said, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She was in Thailand. She was on a work trip. She was.
All I thought about the whole week is doing a parody called "Where in the World is Robbie San Diego?" about him like being in the Carnival Court hotel room, getting with Dauber's wife.
There's your chance, Russell.
You just hear me in that room. Bop, 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 bop. Wait, no, that's Bob. I was doing Bob.
Maybe I had a confusion there.
Ooh.
But you're just too lazy to look it up online. If you want to hear from guys who chat.
Beyonce only has 3 in the top 500, 3 in the top 80, 3 in the top 90, and then no more.
So I Am Sasha Fierce is none there at all?
Not on there, no.
Whoa.
I was trying to find Sasha Fierce or what. See if it was someone, but it's not. Yeah.
Wow.
Aaron, it's time to wake up, Aaron.
Oh,
this has all been a dream. It's Saturday. You're going to record 2 episodes with the guys tonight.
Oh, I can't wait. So excited.
Aaron, what the fuck is your alarm going off?
It's time to say goodbye.
Guys, can I just say this? Aaron's Wi-Fi went out. I did get a text message from him. Okay. So let's see what's wrong with Aaron's computer. And I want to remind you, I did this way earlier tonight.
Sorry, my computer broke. I found Drake's newest video in the small and big section.